So, artificial intelligence, it's not some far-off science fiction thing anymore, is it? Nope. It is here, right now, and its future is being hammered out as we speak in this massive, high-stakes battle. To really get what's going on, we've got to look at the three main fronts where all the action is happening this week. This quote just nails it perfectly. AI has jumped from the what-if column straight into the what-now column, and as you're about to see, the answers to what now are being decided in the arenas of global politics, mind-boggling engineering, and some seriously heated public debates. Those are the battlefronts we're diving into. Okay, so to make sense of this whole thing, we're breaking it down into three dimensions. First up, the actual physical race to build the machines that power it all. Then we'll look at the mad scramble by society to write the rules for it. And finally, we'll get into how its real-world impact is crashing head-on with some of the biggest questions humanity has ever had to ask. Right, let's jump into Dimension 1, the raw muscle behind the machine. This is all about the physical foundation of AI. It's a story about power, both computing power and, actual electricity, and the frankly incredible lengths that companies and entire countries are going to in order to get more of it. Take a look at this number, 1 million. Just let that sink in. What in the world could this be referring to when we talk about AI? It's not a million new apps or a million new users. No, it's something way, way bigger and a lot more wild.
That's right, 1 million solar-powered data centers in space. SpaceX's big idea. This is not just about adding more servers in a warehouse somewhere. This is a plan to completely change where all this thinking happens, dodging all of Earth's limits on energy and real estate. We're talking about a new kind of high ground in this global tech race.
Now, what's fascinating here is that you're seeing two totally different strategies for getting that power. On one side, you have the go big or go home approach, maximum scale. Think of the UK pumping money into its Dawn supercomputer to make it 6 times more powerful. But on the other side, you've got radical efficiency. The focus here is on smaller, smarter models, these so-called small language models, like Falcon H1R. It's so well trained that it can compete with models 7 times its size. So the real question is, what wins in the end? Brute force or pure, elegant efficiency? So that brings us to our second front, because while all this hardware is being built, we humans are trying to catch up. With all this insane new power coming online, society is in a frantic rush to figure out how to control it. It's like trying to write the rulebook for a game that's already being played at lightning speed. And this pushback, this attempt to set rules, it's coming from every direction. Over in California, lawyers are now on the hook for anything their AI assistant writes up. In Europe, regulators are telling giants like Google they have to share their toys. You've got social media platforms desperately trying to stop a tidal wave of low-quality AI junk. And then you see this in Brazil. Big tech lobbyists are already in there, heavily shaping the laws of the land. It's not one single conversation. It's a whole mess of battles all happening at once. So it all boils down to this, really. Who gets to write the rules? Who gets the final say? Is it going to be governments, the tech companies themselves, the experts, or us, the public? The answer to that is going to decide who really holds the power in this new era. And that leads us to our third and final dimension. This is where the rubber meets the road, where the practical stuff meets the philosophical. We are finally seeing AI's real, tangible effects on the economy, while at the same time, it's forcing us to grapple with these enormous questions about what intelligence, or even life, actually is. And you can see this happening in the real world. I mean, just look at this chart from Brazil. In one single month, the demand for AI courses among professionals just exploded. It shot up by 840%. That is not a typo. This isn't just hype anymore. This is a huge, measurable shift in the job market, with people scrambling to get the skills they need to keep up. And even at the very top, the whole conversation has changed. The World Economic Forum is now talking about proof, not promise. They've tracked dozens of real cases where AI is delivering actual, bottom-line results. So the era of just experimenting and promising cool stuff is kind of over. Now it's all about showing a real return on investment. But just as we're getting our heads around the business side of things, the whole story takes this deeply profound turn. We get this pretty stark warning from the scientific community. They're saying they are literally in a race to figure out what consciousness is before it's too late. The tech is just moving so fast, faster than our own understanding, and the real fear is that we might build something that's truly conscious before we even have a way to tell if it is. So what does this all mean when you put it together?
These three fronts, the infrastructure, the rules, and the reality, they aren't separate stories. They're all tangled up together, and the way they're colliding is what's actively building the world we're all going to be living in.
This little snapshot sums up the week perfectly. On the infrastructure front, you've got SpaceX's wild ambition, forcing us to ask, is the future about massive scale or clever efficiency? On the regulation front, you have this global push for rules, which is all about who gets to be in control. And on the reality front, you've got this tension between proven business results and this race to define consciousness, which basically asks, can we handle the day-to-day impact while also facing these huge existential questions?
And so, I'll leave you with this thought. As you watch all this unfold in the news, try using this framework. Ask yourself, where's the big move happening right now? Is it in the physical hardware being built? Is it in the legal fights? Or is it in how it's changing our daily lives? Which one of these three fronts do you think will ultimately call the shots and define our future with AI?